Dr. Tenny Adebayo was a woman of discipline, intellect, and undeniable elegance. At 34, she was one of the youngest senior lecturers in the department, admired for both her brilliance and her no-nonsense attitude. Her students respected her, but none dared cross the line. None except for Ayomide. Ayomide Williams, in his final years, smart, ambitious, and known for his charming confidence. He had a way with words that could make anyone smile, but with Dr. Tenny, he wasn't just flirting. He was drawn to her mind, her presence, the way she spoke with so much passion about social issues. One day, after class, Ayomide waited behind as the last student filed out. Dr. Tenny, I need clarification on the last topic, he said, holding his notebook. She glanced at him, unimpressed. If it's about the assignment, check the class group. It's not that, he smiled. I just want to understand your perspective better. You always say that society constructs love based on rules. What if we rewrite the rules? Tenny raised an eyebrow, sensing something deeper in his words. And what exactly are you trying to rewrite, Mr. Williams? His eyes held a quiet intensity. Maybe the idea that love should be restricted by age or profession. She scoffed, shaking her head. You should focus on your studies, Ayomide. She walked away, and his words lingered in her mind longer than she cared about to admit. Over the next few weeks, Ayomide continued to challenge her, both in class discussions and through small, thoughtful gestures. He would recommend books that aligned with her research interests, ask thought-provoking questions, and occasionally he would leave anonymous quotes on her desk about love defiling boundaries. Tenny knew she should ignore him, but late at night, when grinding papers, she found herself anticipating their debates. One evening, as she left her office, the sky broke into a heavy downpour. She groaned, realizing she had forgotten her umbrella. Then a voice, Dr. Tenny, let me walk you to your car. It was Ayomide holding out an umbrella. She hesitated. Accepting meant acknowledging his intention, but declining meant standing in the rain with her pride. With a sigh, she nodded. They walked in silence until he spoke. Why do you avoid me? She scoffed. Because this is inappropriate. What if it wasn't? He asked, stopping beside her car. What if I were a man who just graduated? Would it be different? Tenny met his gaze, her heart pounding. She wanted to say yes, but the truth was she wasn't sure anymore. A week before graduation, Tenny received a formal complaint, an anonymous letter warning her about improper closeness with a student. The university had strict policies, and even though nothing had happened, the suspicions alone could ruin her career. She confronted Ayomide in the library, whispering angrily, "Someone reported us." He frowned. "For what? Talking?" "It doesn't matter," she hissed. "You don't understand what's at stake for me." He took a step closer, lowering his voice. "I understand more than you think. I know this isn't just me. You feel it too, don't you?" She looked away, but he gently touched her wrist. "Tenny." Hearing her name without the formal title sent a shiver down her spine. "This can't happen," she whispered. "But what if it could?" He countered. "Give me time. Let me graduate. If I come back as a man, not your student, would you give me a chance?" Tenny swallowed hard. "I don't know." Graduation day arrived. Ayomide received top honors walking across the stage with pride. Tennis sat in the faculty section, clapping like all other lecturers. But when he turned towards her, their eyes met, and for a brief moment, everything else faded. Later that evening, she found a note slipped under her office door. I kept my promise. I'm not your student anymore. The question is, will you let me be more? She stared at the words for a long time. Then slowly, she smiled. Like regarding the society view of people being married to older men, or at least of the same age grade. Then, regarding her status, she's a lecturer, a senior one as at that, probably heading to be a professor. And Ayomide just graduated from school with nothing yet. What would be your take if you were to be Tenny? Would you accept Ayomide's proposal, or will you just let it slide? Please tell me what you think on the comment section. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.